Well, there you have it.
Very well. Hello once again, and welcome to the 6th episode of Dream Home Reno. We are clipping along at this point. We're about halfway through the Dream Home Reno series.
Season 1.
Season 1 at least. And thank you very much for all of your support. These videos have been a blast to make, and we look forward to revealing more and more of our home to you with each passing video.
The little clip that you saw at the beginning of this video was one that we shot of Riley. We were doing a little video clip for a TV show, which will be coming out shortly. I don't know exactly when, but if you want to see the whole blooper reel, you can head over to the Clean My Space Instagram account, which is available at Clean My Space. And I'm at Melissa Maker. Chad is at the Chad Reynolds. We're all on Instagram, so if you want to follow us, you can go ahead and do that.
You can also subscribe to the Clean My Space YouTube channel to get new cool videos every single week. And without further ado, let's jump right into it.
Have a look at how high Riley's pants are pulled up. We were having a lot of fun with that pair of sweatpants that day. But you can tell how long ago this was based on her age.
One of the things that we wanted to do now that most of the dirty work was done was take care of all of the bric-a-brac that was left around after the reno had somewhat finished, at least as far as the painting was concerned and the ceilings and the floors. So it was time to get rid of a lot of garbage.
Yeah, the dining room was kind of like this storage area for all of the boxes and supplies and things that were still sort of being used for the reno. So this was the final cleanup that had to happen.
And over at the stairwell, it was time to put up our new chandelier.
Now this was a big decision for us because I think the ceiling height is 14 feet over there, and we wanted something that was grand, something that was big, something that was a piece to remember.
It seemed like the previous chandelier was
if you could call it a chandelier.
was a little bit small. But the cool thing about this chandelier is it's movable. Next, it was time to get rid of the old stair railing and the spindles to make room for a brand new railing and spindles, but not spindles. Next up, a special delivery from our friends at Best Buy. And in this box,
Smart home. We have security cameras, a Google Home Mini, a Nest doorbell. This is an August lock. We've got a radon detector, a smart garage thingamajiggy, some more Nests, a Nano Leaf, and a Nest Cam. Lots of smart home.
A whole box full of smart home and security features.
But we actually didn't know how to get it all installed, which is why the Geek Squad came over to help us out. Chad, you're a pretty tech-savvy guy, but I feel like this might have been a little beyond your scope.
I mean, the amount of things that you needed to set up and install and all of the rest, let me tell you.
Look at this guy. Look what he's looking at. You didn't know. You wouldn't know to do that. Like, you need someone who actually knows this stuff to set everything up.
They had meters to find out where the Wi-Fi range was best, so therefore they could install cameras and all of the items. These guys from the Geek Squad knew what they were doing, and it was really comforting to know that all of our smart home items were being installed by professionals.
Everything synced up, it was done in concert, and they even helped me with a few phone issues that I was having, so I kind of took advantage of them, but they were really gracious and super helpful despite my annoying requests at times.
They were also super gracious with the cats.
It was actually really cool to see all of this stuff installed, and they ended up installing the Google Mesh system so that I think it's a Wi-Fi extender.
It is.
And it just helped everything work better, because at the end of the day, if you have all of these smart devices and they're not talking to one another because they can't pick up a signal, there's no point. So that was actually a great extra that we didn't even know about. But if it weren't for the Geek Squad, yeah, we would have never had that figured out.
And downstairs in my office, they installed the nano leaf lights. I must admit, I'm absolutely in love with these things. I use them every single day.
It is true. Anytime someone sees Chad's office, they first laugh at the wallpaper and then they talk about the nano leaf. Notice how it's night. It's dark out. They spent a good day at our house.
They were here for a solid 8 hours, but once they were done, everything was installed.
Radon detector. Nest cam in Riley's room. That's the Google Mesh.
A Nest in the hallway and in the guest room.
And in our room and in Riley's room. And that Nest doorbell really helps you identify who the creeps are. This was a good day because finally the stair guys were like, well, I shouldn't call them stair guys. They were the stair rail guys. They're like, okay, we got your glass, we got your handles, we're gonna do this. You know, we weren't quite sure how this was going to look, although we had a feeling it was the right decision. But as soon as they put that glass in, especially because there's so much natural light in the house, this made all kinds of sense.
So because everything was custom made, this entire process took about 3 to 4 weeks, I would say. The last bit was when the railing went on, because the railing needed to be built custom after the glass panels were installed. And the glass
sit right on top of the glass instead of with a little it was a whole, like all these things you never think about, but
once it was done, it looked awesome.
Yeah, it looked gorgeous.
In the entryway, we see what it looked like before and what it looks like now.
What's interesting is we didn't actually decide to paint that front hallway with that gray color. That was a last-minute decision that Chad made by himself, but it was the right decision because look how great this front entrance looks. Now there's a little bit more decor work to be done in the front entryway, but you know, that'll take us a little time to work on. In the meantime, check out the hallway. The before, carpets, popcorn, lights, gold handles, creamy peach paint.
And after, pot lights, hardwood flooring, beautiful new hardware on the doors,
crisp white paint, and a beautiful neutral.
The best part about this light is how you can just kind of customize it. You can move it around to make it look however you want, depending on the mood you're in.
And when tall people come over, we always encourage them to give it a whirl, and then everybody else gets very excited. It's kind of like a fun party trick. Please in the comments compliment Chad on that shot. It took him a long time. He was lying on the floor. He had to operate a slider and use his hands and feet on his belly like a snake to open those French doors. Give it up for Chad.
It was all worth it. So there you have it. There's the hallways, there's the staircase, here's the guest room, which you've seen. Oh,
well, if Molly's the guest, I suppose.
Spoiler, the cats absolutely love this room. You can see their little paw prints everywhere. And you can see Riley's room over there. Here is the linen closet. We're gonna have a video dedicated just specifically to how
yes, that one's coming up.
Overhauled that closet. This over here is our bedroom. And if we turn over here, we will see a guest bathroom.
And that's the hallway. That's the front entryway. And that's the stairway. And that's me and Riley coming home from daycare. Now that you've seen the staircase, the front entryway, and the hallway, you have a pretty good sense for the flow of the house and what everything kind of looks like. And over here is the dining room. The before, not so pretty. The after, we don't even know what the after is gonna look like just yet. I mean, we know the paint color that we've chosen. We've chosen that chandelier as well, and we had that installed pretty much as soon as we moved in the house. But Kare, which is a design company out of Germany, they have a store here in Toronto. They're actually doing our entire dining room, and we don't even know what it's going to look like. They're surprising us with that as well. So stay tuned for the dining room makeover in an upcoming video.
And a very special thank you to our episode sponsors, Best Buy and Geek Squad, who not only provided us with amazing products, but also some awesome installation services, and the guys were just great, actually.
They were, you know, you have to have a certain level of patience to install smart home stuff in people's homes. And you also have to expect, and this is exactly what I did, that you're gonna go up to them and you're gonna be like, while you're smarting out my whole house, maybe you could help me with a question I have about my phone. I mean, that's gotta be standard protocol for them. And that's exactly what I did.
That's exactly what she did, and the guys were great. They answered pretty much every single one of your questions, or they researched
Very helpful.
Really, really incredible service.
It's kind of like that brother or that cousin that you wish you had, who knew how to install everything.
Like knows everything,
That's
from
what the Geek
TVs to
Squad's like.
computers to like receivers and everything in between.
Super handy.
So thank you to Best Buy and Geek Squad. Click the link down below to see our whole source guide for the Dream Home Reno.
And also, we must thank our series sponsor, Armstrong Flooring, for providing us with our absolutely outstanding, gorgeous hardwood floor to this day. When people open the door and they come into our house, what's the first thing they compliment us on?
Look at those floors.
Aside from the view of the backyard, which nobody could sponsor. Well, actually, we sponsored that, but the floors are the first thing that we hear about. So thank you, Armstrong.
Let's get into a few questions, and the big question from last week's video was, did you like the art placement and did you like the color of the walls? And there was a whole array of answers. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people gave their opinions, and it was split pretty much down the middle. What you see on the screen right now is a smattering of those comments, so thanks very much for letting your opinion be heard. That is what the comment section is for.
And special thanks to the people who sided with me, because I was right.
Lovely! Will there be a video on window treatments?
Well, that's actually a great question, because according to Chad's schedule that he's put together for the Dream Home Reno, we are doing our window covering video along with our living room reveal, which is where we are right now, in the next Dream Home Reno video. So stay tuned for that.
What about the downstairs? Will there be a season 2 of Dream Home Reno or something? Smiley face?
Yes, so the entire downstairs of this house is still living in 1985. And eventually there will be a season 2. We're starting to trickle some projects through our schedule now, which we think will happen summer/fall. So stay tuned for that.
Did you bring your old IKEA mirror with the storage to your new house? Yes.
I absolutely did. And what's funny is it's in our basement, and it was in the guest room. And then Chad was like, oh, I'm just gonna organize some stuff one day. He got like this urge to clean, which happens to him way more than it ever happens to me. And he kind of reorganized some stuff down there. And then I went into my office and I noticed that the IKEA mirror was in my office. So he kind of just weaseled it in there.
What a great functional piece. How long have you had that?
I've had that since I was 18.
So like
18 years. Did you notice that I'm wearing black and gray and you're wearing white and cream and Michael McDonald?
I am wearing Michael McDonald. My question, why did he paint the glass of the doors just to scrape it all off later? And they are referring to the French doors, which have little glass panels in it. And there's
As a French door does.
As a French door does.
Otherwise it would be an English door.
Very true.
Or a Japanese door.
And I think there was a piece of footage of him scraping off. He was actually scraping off something that he sprayed on beforehand. So all of the windows were treated with
It's like a prep.
Yeah, it's like a spray gel of some sort. And then they just paint over it and then they just quickly peel it off. It looked, it came off a lot easier than maybe it looked in the footage. I'm so glad you decided to go with color in this world of neutral houses. Seriously, every house on YouTube looks the same: white, light gray. I'm a color girl, and I love colors that you chose, especially the master bedroom.
You know, we got a lot of comments about our paint choices, and some people were like you, they were team color, and some people were team neutral, and they're like, Melissa and Chad, you're so tacky. Why did you pick all these colors?
Yes.
Why didn't you pick varying shades of neutrals? And I mean, look, this room we painted neutral, but we also felt it was really important to bring color because it's fun and it's nice and it gives you just a different sense, different feeling, a different vibe, and a different experience when you go into a room. Like our bedroom, do you not love that color?
I absolutely love every single room in our house because I love color.
Yeah, the dining room, the guest bathroom, like there are so many just great shades that we picked, and you just have like a nice feeling when you walk into that room. It just changes the scenery.
To each their own, but color is fun. My favorite color is green, and always has been. That said, this room looks like a cheap motel room that you'd bring a lover you're ashamed of.
Well, okay. First of all, I didn't write that comment, and second of all, I agree with that person. Not a fan of that green.
It's a beautiful green.
No, it's not. There was no way we were keeping the old banister for the staircase. We knew that we wanted to upgrade it. We didn't want to go the wrought iron route, not only because the lead time on it was crazy, it was like 2 to 3 months, but also because it just didn't feel right for the home and the design that we set up. But a lot of people kind of criticized us, especially friends and family, who were like, you guys are nuts for getting glass when you have a baby. But you know what, like, we know how to clean glass and we're fine with it. And Riley does find it really exciting to like put her hands up and look over and look through and look at us. She actually likes it. So I'd love to know in the comments, what do you guys think about the glass banister? Or it's not the banister, the glass stair rail. Do you guys like it? Or do you think we're crazy for doing it? Would you do that in your house? Let us know in the comments down below.
And that'll do it for the 6th episode of Dream Home Reno. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.